Steve Kaufman, and this is Self-Revealization Acceptance. This week we're going to talk about pain. The SRA for this week, Self-Revealization Acceptance, that is in this newsletter is something that you should listen to. The words are there. You can read them while I'm speaking. And the proper way to do that is to read them, try to look in your eyes in a mirror while you're reciting them, and change the words where you think they directly pertain to you. Okay? So let's start off with an SRA to get this going here. I know that the creative power of the universe created me for its perfection. And as a result, self-realization acceptance was revealed. Self-realization acceptance empowers me to deliver the lessons I need to deliver. And so I accept this. I accept the perfection of the universe. I accept the creative power of the universe in me, as me, and through me, knowing that the lesson I will give you now is one of worth, one of value, and will empower many of you to change your life and to get rid of pain. The words I use are well thought out, they're focused and directed. And so it is. Let's start out by asking ourselves, what is pain? Pain is the result of incorrect thinking. Incorrect thinking will cause certain situations to occur in your life, to give you certain amounts of drama. And this drama is what causes you angst, nervousness, anxiety. You can't sleep, you can't do this, you overeat, you smoke, you do this, you take drugs, whatever it is. That's one aspect. Another aspect of pain is physical pain. You hurt yourself. You're not thinking about where you are. You're not paying attention to circumstance. You fall. You're cutting something. You cut yourself. Get into an argument with somebody and you get into a physical confrontation. That's another aspect. Medical pain is something that is also controllable. And how do you control medical pain? By denying authority to the cause that is creating the pain. And you do this with every aspect of it. So for example, I feel no pain. Mentally, psychologically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I feel no pain. By having this positive attitude, and by being consciously aware of my physical attitude, my mental attitude, my spiritual attitude, my attitude of presence, I stay out of harm's way because I am thinking of accomplishing my work. And I am not considering getting involved with other things that can divert me from what I'm doing, that can cause me pain. Same thing in a relationship. Get into a relationship, it's great in the beginning. And then all of a sudden it starts to become an annoyance. The pleasure is gone, whether it's sexual, spiritual, mental, intellectual. And so what happens is you try to figure out a way to change the cause. And this only works vaguely and sometimes, as you all know. So how do you do that? So what you have to do is you have to approach the situation, whether it's a social condition, a relational condition, a medical condition, a spiritual condition, and ask it what it wants. Why does this pain exist? And when you think about it for a few moments, you're going to find, well, it's existing because of this, that, or the other thing. So whatever it is, and you accept this into your psyche by doing your own self-realization acceptance, whatever is causing this situation to cause me pain, whatever it is, whether it's self-imposed or it's externally imposed, again, whatever it is, I deny it any authority in my life, in my consciousness. I will not permit it to interfere with my divine and earthly right to live in joy and freedom. I will not permit myself to continue being involved in a situation that's going to cause me this pain. I need this to stop. I need this to stop. What do I have to do to make it stop? Now, what do I have to do relative to me, not relative to you or to it? Whatever I am doing that's causing me this grief, pain, angst, anxiety, stress, strain, aggravation is now stopped entirely. And whatever it is that I have to do, I do. And the spirit of the thing itself, of my desire to stop this pain, reveals to me, without restriction or delay, correct action that will empower me to stop it. Stop it. It's as simple as that. Now, when you get into a situation that seems to be impossible to stop, it is because you are trying to fight it. And when you start fighting something, essentially you're using willpower. And when you're using willpower, you have to keep reinforcing yourself. You have to get more out of it. You have to get more intense. Okay? And what happens is, after a while, you have to stop and you have to recharge yourself. And it is that particular point in the situation that you're dealing with re-enters your life. That's just the nature of the world. That's the way things work. On the other hand, you will stop doing something. You will talk to the creator power of the universe, as however you want to define that. Okay? You will now enter into my life, into my mind, into my spirit, and you will help me. You will guide me intelligently and correctly, empowering me to maintain my dignity, to alleviate the situation. Now, that's not a prayer, okay? A prayer is when you're talking to God. Meditation is when you're listening to God. But self-revealization, acceptance, spirit of the thing itself, what you want it to do, and acknowledging the fact that you accept it is done. This situation must be corrected. I want it cleared now and here. Whatever it is that's required for me to get this done is now in place and I accept it. Now you may find yourself like doing something that you would have never thought you were going to do to change this. You might even find yourself buying someone dinner that, you said, well, we really don't get along, but let's sit down at the table and have something. We're talking about you. We're talking about you as an individual. You can correct any situation and you can absolve yourself of any form of pain. And keeping in mind that pain also comes from negative sentiment. It comes from manipulative grace. And these are two terrible things that have been foisted on you since childhood. Whether you're aware of them or you're not aware of them, they're in there. They're in the back there. There's some way, you can't get it all out. You just can't get it all out because you're in a finite condition. But you can certainly control circumstance. And by controlling circumstances, because you are focusing on what it is that you want to accomplish. And if you're focusing on being the world's greatest leather tool maker, you can't have all this stuff in the back of your head interfering with you. Because when you do, you'll feel pain. And you may cut yourself, and that's pain. You may get up from the table and something falls on your foot, that's pain. All right, I'm not making light of this. I'm telling you specifically and exactly what's involved. The other thing I want to tell you about is the pain, physical pain from a medical condition. The physical pain from a medical condition can also be controlled. You have to accept it as what it is and then correct the way it is acting in your experience. I've got this ridiculous headache. I can't get rid of it, whatever it is. I've got this horrible pain in my stomach. Okay? So whatever it is that I got to do to stop this, I do. You have a disease. Depending on the condition of you and the disease, when you start to deny it authority, is going to take time until you get to the point where you can instantly do a healing. And you will eventually instantly do healings. Because that's the entire purpose of self-realization acceptance. The healing is now in effect in perfection, physically, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, mentally. And you do this very, very simply. The condition is there. I hereby deny this condition any authority in any way, shape, or form. And I demand that the creative power of the universe heal and clear me now. I am healed and cleared. I am healed, I am cleared. You do this as many times as you have to, and you would do this through the self-realization acceptance reality facilitation that you would build. And we will get into this as we go along. I want to just remind you that the books, Self-Revealization Acceptance, Your Divine and Earthly Right to Joy and Freedom, and Practicing Self-Revealization Acceptance, 52 Weekly Ascensions to Empower Your Life, are available at hanshi.com/books. They're also available Amazon, Kindle, and just about anywhere else. If you want to get in touch with me, self-revealization, gmail.com. You want to find out more about self-revealization acceptance? Go to selfrevealization.wordpress.com and self-revealization.weebly, weebly.com. If you have any questions, email me, selfrevealization@gmail.com. I want to thank you very much for watching. What I'd like you to do is send me an email with that way I'll have your email address. I can put you on the mailing list. If you like what you're hearing, click like. You want to know what's coming up next? Click subscribe. If you have any comments, let me hear them. I'll address any situation, any question you send me. If you don't like what you're hearing, click you don't like and tell me why. And let's see if we can come to terms with that for the benefit of all concerned. Again, I feel no pain. I want you to say to yourself, I feel no pain. You say it. You look in the mirror, in your eyes, into the depths of your soul. I feel no pain. Thank you very much for watching, for listening. See you next time.